to me, but I guess he wasn't.
Oh, now he wasn't. He was.
No, he was a tough man. I'm just saying for you he wasn't tough, apparently, because you beat him.
I knew from the beginning, but...
Not only just beat him, seemed like you did your thing pretty quickly.
Hey, ain't playing games, no. What's my name? Said, what's my name?
ShakaShine.
Okay.
ShakaShine.
What's goody, fam? I'm coming back at it with another reaction on ShakaShine Reacts. Today, we're doing a little bit of Mike Tyson, and this is the truth behind Tyson's most arrogant opponent. This should be interesting. Again, if you've been enjoying these sports reactions, make sure you check out the playlist. We have a ton of sports reactions. If you're coming back for another one, then let's get straight into it.
Welcome back to the Big Fight Recap here on BLTV Classic.
As anybody can see, I'm almost a master at invading the punches coming at me.
Let's go.
On today's video, we look back at the infamous clash between a very green Mike Tyson and a cocky old pro that thought he had Kid Dynamite all figured out.
I keep him in the middle of the ring, and I can punch it. I'm not better than Tyson.
Tyson rarely came up against Big Talk.
Okay, let's see how this goes.
Particularly during his development period. So it was interesting to see how the then 19-year-old would handle the pressure of a cocksure opponent with proven ability. In retrospect, it was the first true test for Mike Tyson.
Okay.
Let's get right to it.
Also, that's why you never underestimate your opponent. Straight up. All right, dealing with Donny. Let's go. Let's go.
With only a couple of tight-knit losses to the highly rated James Broad and Big John Tate, Donny Long was back. And by back, I mean fresh out of jail for a murder charge that the evidence suggests he was very fortunate to receive a mistrial for. But that's a story for another day.
Donny Long's
If you guys actually want me to check into that story, please let me know. Put it in the comments. I'll do a reaction to that. Or I might even do a breakdown depending on what you guys want. So let me know.
a great body puncher. And if James Broad is overweight, then that body shots will take his toll.
Donny Long was a full-time street drug dealer and part-time boxer, and while he certainly had reasonable fighting talent, it was his charismatic style that granted him television spots early on in his career.
And still undefeated, Big James Broadaxe Broad!
Broad was one of Tyson's main sparring partners during this time and considered a genuine heavyweight contender despite only having a handful of fights. And that gave Long a lot of confidence, seemingly too much confidence.
I'm in good shape, I feel sharp, and I feel like I can outbox Tyson.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. You felt that Tillman in the Olympic trials outboxed Tyson, used his lateral movement and good jab, and those are skills you have, but you can punch also.
Yes, I plan on boxing Tyson too. I think that I can box as good as he can, and I keep him in the middle of the ring, and I can punch it. I'm not better than Tyson.
Long wasn't the first
or
last person to use Tyson's loss to Henry Tillman in the amateurs as a confidence booster. While Tillman was able to effectively run for 5 minutes and nick a decision back in 1984, Tyson's style was always more geared towards the pros, having the freedom to create openings without every jab landing on him, putting him on the clock.
You know, I never get frustrated because I know we have a 10-round limit. And the crop of heavyweights nowadays having a little difficulty going the full 10 rounds.
Yeah.
Tyson was a different beast in the pros, and he entered the ring with a
conditioning. The heavier you get, that conditioning's key.
Record of 8-0 with 8 KOs. In the opposing corner,
hold on, let me take that back. I want to hear his record.
And he entered the ring with a record of 8-0 with 8 KOs.
Okay.
In the opposing corner, Long possessed a record of 15-3 with 10 finishes inside the distance.
39 seconds into the first round, his fifth first-round knockout in his 8 professional fights. Again, Tyson in the white, in the red and the gold is Donny Long, and Tyson goes right into the left hand.
Mike Tyson has enormous strength. The key for Long, I think,
just bricks to your face. He just has bricks on the end of his wrist. It's just what it is with Tyson.
The fight is to counterpunch well against Tyson, hit him as he's coming in.
Tyson again, another one of those fresh youngsters, only 19 years of age. Long is 27.
Oh, wow. Well,
the biggest 19-year-old too I've ever seen. That's him at 19 is ridiculous.
That was quick.
Tyson dropped Long with a sweeping left hand 30 seconds into the fight. And while Long did make it back to his feet, you could see he barely had his legs under it.
Looking on closely. You see Long holding those gloves up to say he's all right, but is he?
Okay, he was not trying to give up that quickly, but hey, at least, homie, he has heart. You got to give credit when credit's due.
Here comes Tyson. Left hand again. And as Tyson comes out with a strong right hand barrage again.
This is as bad as I've ever seen Donny Long look, but give Tyson credit. That's it. Wow.
The left hand puts him down. He collapses, and this one is over as the doctors rush into the ring.
Make no mistake about it. That was a good performance.
I'm telling you, not only does he have Tyson have bricks on his hands, he's quick.
A handful of heavyweight contenders were ringside, and Tyson issued a warning for all of them during his interview with Al Bernstein after the fight.
Earlier in the day, I really thought that Donny Long would be a fairly tough opponent for you. He wasn't.
Well, like I told you earlier today, if I knock him out in 1 or 2 rounds, would you still consider him that?
I thought he was supposed to be, but I guess he wasn't.
Oh, now he wasn't. He wasn't.
No, he was a tough man. I'm just saying for you he wasn't tough, apparently, because you beat him.
I knew from the beginning, but...
Not only just beat him, seemed like you did your thing pretty quickly.
Everybody else knew that it was no calm. It was no calm. Just like the rest of it. A lot of people came to look. Jesse Ferguson came to look. The Fraziers came to look.
James Broad was out there.
All of you come get some, because Mike Tyson's out here. He's waiting for you. All come get some.
The loss took a
toll
on Long's career and his personal life. He only fought 7 times after and lost 6 of those by taking a substantial beating each time. He went back to pushing drugs in the mid-90s, which secured him his 2nd stint in jail. But after getting out in 2001, he changed his life around and is now a happily married man and Baptist of his local church.
Okay. All right. Let's see if we can get a good freeze frame real quick. Boom. All right, so, hey, you never underestimate anyone, all right? That's how you end up slipping up, losing, and that's also how you don't even prepare right. Like, you always, if you think that you're just going to beat them off top, you're not going to condition that extra hour, and you're not going to fight that extra hour and make sure that you are going to be on top. And I feel like that's the difference between Donny and Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Because Tyson just wanted to be the best, and I think that he would say it, that like he's going to knock him out, but if he did truly believe that, it's just because in his mind he truly believed no one's working harder than him. That's my personal opinion. Let me know what you think. And for the people that are waiting on their requests, as you can see, I'm getting to every single one of you. But you can always skip the line by hitting me with a donation. Links right underneath the like button. And I'll make sure I get your reaction out within 72 hours.